Yeah, welcome once again. The last time that we're discussing on singles and things that are related, I spoke about how to propose. I spoke about the right way to propose. I spoke about how to accept, the right way to accept, and I said some other things as regard singles. Now, after you must have known the will of God, you have proposed and your proposal has been accepted. From that point where your proposal has been accepted, the next thing on the line is that you enter into courtship. Remember, I told you that Christians don't date. Yes, Christians don't engage in anything that is not of God. What we do is that we court, and the period of courtship is a period for us to know ourselves. It's not a period for us to begin to wear the same clothes, to show ourselves to the world, go to studio, go to the ocean. Of course, those things can be there, but it's basically not for that. Number one thing that the courtship period is meant for is prayer. You set time to pray. It can be on WhatsApp. You meet together. I set time that you fast. You pray concerning your journey. Pray for one another. One of the ways that you will know that truly you are not just together is that from the moment you say yes or she say yes to you, you know, you will see that things will begin to change for better because now two has become one. Praise God. Now, after that, I've talked about prayers. You'll be having time to pray together. It can be on phone. You call yourself on WhatsApp or any other social media and you pray. That is if you are far that you can't see maybe once in a week and thereabout. The second thing that is very, very important in courtship is that you plan. This is where the brother will tell the sister the plan he has for his life. The sister will also tell the brother the plan she has for her life. And it is at this point that you will know if you people really align together. Praise God. Yes. He not a time that you just, of course you can enjoy, but you are not in courtship to enjoy. You are not in courtship to test maybe he's good in bed or she's good in bed. It is time to plan for the future. You are meeting, you are courting to prepare for a glorious marriage. Praise God. So, courtship period is a time to plan. It's not a time to just romance and just do all sorts of things. It's a time to plan. Praise God. So, another thing that is very important is a time for communication. And from what we have seen today in many marriages, you will notice that in their courtship, they never had good communication. They never asked questions. The woman does not know where to fit in the man's life. The man does not know where to fit in the woman's life. Their own basis is just that we love ourselves and want to move on. No one can have a successful marriage by just I love her, I love him, and I want to be with him. As we go along, as we get into the marriage, you will notice that a lot of issues that you have left untouched, they will spring forth, and that is why in our days we have a lot of divorce. The divorce rate is so much because there is no solid communication. It is in that communication that you will discuss your background, you discuss your nature, you discuss your academics, you discuss your finance, you discuss the future of your children, you discuss what you want, how you were brought up, you discuss some mistakes, some errors that you have done while you are coming up. But in a situation whereby the communication is not standard, there's no how that there will not be problem. The communication aspect is very, very important. You plan what you want to see in marriage. Yes, some persons, their husband accepted them the way they are. They are not wearing jewelries. I'm not having any issue with jewelries, but by the time they have children, the husband will say, "My children must wear jewelries," and that will become a problem. Some people, it will be on finance. Some person, it will be on academics. Okay, have said I want to further my education. You can't further it. This and that, that and that. Some people will not talk to their spouse about their past. Some will even be hiding it. There's no how they will not have problem. So the courtship period is such a time that you pray, you plan, you prepare, you expose everything. I don't mean your nakedness now. Apart from nakedness, the only thing you don't do in courtship is that you are not supposed to be having sex. In fact, from the moment you begin to have sex, you are not having courtship again. From that day, you are getting married, because you will not be able to discuss anything again. You just, I love you, this and that, your buttocks, your breast. That is what you'll be discussing. And because of that, you will not have a good marriage. So the period of courtship is very, very, very important. And you can see today that a lot of people have turned into something else, and that is why we have so much divorce in these days. It is in my opinion that there is no good marriage that did not have a good courtship. And anyone in courtship now, in relationship now, and they're not cutting where they will surely have problem in marriage, because some things, finance, will you have joint account, will you not have joint account, when you have one or two child, will you be working, will you have to become an housewife, this and that. I was talking with a medical doctor who is a gynecologist. He said that his wife is a bank manager, that at first they were paddling it on, they were moving on, but later they see that one have to stop. So the woman quitted her job so that the home will move on, and she went into some other business. Of course, there is money. They have money. The other one is a medical doctor. The man is a bank manager. So for the children's sake, the woman have to step down, and those things must have been discussed, understand, put in capital letter, quoted and underlined, or else there will be problem. There will be problem. Don't forget I said, number one, you pray. Number two, you plan. Number three, you discuss. You discuss. You discuss your past food, your past history, everything. Because as you go along in marriage, those things will show up. So sometimes you will know how to pray, how to decree, how to stand in faith. You will know what to do. Some persons, they have one medical challenge or the other, they decide to hide it. When you decide to hide it, it will still show up, and it means that the marriage will not stand. So, but these days, people are capping away the courtship period. They are turning to premarital period, and that is why a lot of homes are not standing. So if you are in courtship and you want your marriage to stand, take note of how you court. Sit down and discuss. As you're discussing it, if possible, be writing it down. With your conclusion, write it down. Even as I'm married now, there are sometimes I do remind my wife. I've said, this and this, we have discussed it before. So because of that, you cannot do it. Because we have discussed it, she has no option. And in that way, the marriage move on. So if you want your marriage to move on, don't forget, courtship period is not a time to enjoy. It's a time to face reality. It's a time to plan. It's a time to pray. It's a time to prepare. It's a time to communicate. In the second series, I'll be explaining more on this courtship aspect. I don't want to make the video too long. God bless you. I will see you again. Bye for now.